Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to be using this sketch here. I got this off of Pinterest, but you can pause here. There's no measurements on it, but if you want to, figure out what pieces you need and then come join me at the table. If this is your first time at my channel, please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That way you get alerts whenever I upload new content. All right, we're going to jump on in. So I had decided that I was going to do a different element. Like instead of using the stars, because I couldn't get to my stars, my dies, I had a triangle die that was right next to me on my desk, and I hadn't been able to use it a whole lot. And so that's what I'm going to use for this. So we're going to take our base paper, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to attach it to our matte paper, which is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I love this pattern. It's subtle. I like the greens and kind of the blue colors in it. So I thought I hadn't used this one yet, so this would be perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and attach that to the card base. And because I'm using the 70s paper, this is our last card on that one. I was thinking that I may do the glitter, like almost like the glitter paper they're showing in the sketch. But instead, I wanted to use more of the pattern paper. I still had some left and I had a few scraps. So for my little strip that's going to go across, which I'm grabbing right there, we're going to grab one of the pattern papers and attach that. Just going to put down some tape runner, a little bit of glue, and then put that down. And then once again, if this is your first time joining me, then I use the tape and the wet glue just to give a little bit of time where if I needed to move anything, I could before it completely adheres. Now here, I'm just going to glue this straight down, but you could potentially use pop-up, foam tape, pop tops, whatever you have, and give this part a little bit of added dimension. For me, I was okay with it being flat to the card base. That didn't bother me. And then I have a piece of vellum cut in the same pattern as I took the orange base. This is the die element that I cut out. And it's a decent size. I mean, it's not like super huge, but what I'm going to do is put glue in strategic places on the vellum piece because it's a little bit of a thicker piece of vellum. But remember, art glitter glue does dry clear. So I knew I would be, kind of okay. And I just need it down so I can put the orange version just slightly off center and on top of it. And I do use a little block to kind of help hold it down. And then we'll take the orange and we're going to do the same thing, except on the orange one, I'm probably going to put a few extra dots in places. And with the fine line bottle, it allows me a little bit of a, it doesn't squeeze out weird, like large amounts. It only puts a little bit. So that way you can kind of see it. And then I'm just going to offset it just slightly. So it's almost like a little shadow, right? A little shadow technique with the vellum piece. So on mine, it's just that one element right there. I mean, you could potentially, if you didn't want to do stars, you could do hearts. You could do whatever you want. That leaf one that I like to use on the couple of cards ago, I could have used those right there, but I was trying not to overwhelm you guys with all the leaves because, yeah, I go kind of crazy for that stamp set, and I'm sure I'll be using it in November as well. Okay, and then I just took a little sentiment. I think I got this from one of the Tim Holtz Small Talk or something like that. It says I think it says make a wish. And then up at the top, instead of using Nuvo drops, because for this whole series this month of October, I've been using the gems more. So I was like, you know what? Let me just put some gems going right down that top left-hand corner, and we'll call it a day. Oh, and I was just showing you the foam I used underneath the sentiment. So now we're going to glue down our gems. Putting those down. And there you have it. Now, with this one, I found interesting. Like, when it was done, I was kind of like, okay. I mean, it worked. It did the do. But was it my favorite card of the series? Probably not. I love that pattern paper on the main pattern paper I used. But, and I'm just showing you there, I did the sentiment flat instead of using the foam. So you can do it either way as well. So, I mean, I'm not completely mad at it, but this particular sketch, though, is very versatile, and you can use it for any time of the year. Christmas time, you want to use stars, you want to use angels. There's so many different things. Christmas trees. This would make a great holiday sketch, so you may see it again. But definitely, that's the point of the sketches, is to try new things. If you don't like them, then think of new ways to change it up for next time. So thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and share button, and have a great weekend. All right. Thanks, you guys.